Welcome to the Independent Creator Awards 2020. It's fan choice this year. It's hosted by Meredith Loughran, content creator from Geek Insider, and so much more. And I'll let her introduce herself in a minute. My name is Mr. Anderson. I run comicbookadvocates.com that's bringing you this program tonight, along with Chuck from his amazing works that he does all across the darling of indie comics as he's been come to know. We're going to have Indie Volt be part of it. Of course, Varian's going to be a host coming up. We have Meredith tonight. Look, we're celebrating 2020. I know that sounds weird, but we're celebrating the creation that came out of 2020, the stuff that kept happening despite 2020. I know we all lost a lot in 2020 for most of us. We lost cons, we even lost people. And I know it's hard to think that we're celebrating 2020, and I even didn't know if we wanted to do the awards this year because of it. But Chuck said, no, people deserve to be rewarded. And tonight, we're going to give out rewards in the form of awards to the people who kept creating. How amazing is that? And the fans, you're the ones who chose the winners. I'm really excited that we got to bring this to you. This is from comicbookadvocates.com, where it all started. We continue to grow year after year. We're going to talk about what's happening next year with the awards towards the end of the program. But for now, I want to pass it on to Meredith Loughran and let her take over the show. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Let's award the creators who never gave up creating in 2020 tonight. I'll see you in the awards.
Ooh, great introduction, Rob. Hello, everybody. I'm Meredith Loughran. I am the associate editor over at Geek Insider, as well as the executive producer of the Geek Insider podcast. We are very happy to be part of this show. I have a lot of things that are going on, but this award show is not about me. I just wanted to let you know that I am here with my hostess with the mostest, my good friend, Nita Lanning. I'm going to pass the mic over to you and let you introduce yourself as well.
Hello, my name is Nita Lanning. I can be found on social media as Creating Chaos 24/7 and on Ragin YouTube with Meredith Loughran.
Mm-hmm. And we've got a pretty cool selection of awards tonight. We are focusing on art. And I know that our MC below deck he is producing the show. We're going to have some layovers. We're going to have some bumps and things like that. Speaking of bumps, if you had your opportunity to get a bump during these shows, it is what it is, you guys. This was out for a few months, and it's the same thing with the voting. Now, there are a couple of tight races, and people are still voting here, but it's 6 o'clock. It is after 6 o'clock, and you know what? Voting's closed, you guys. Whoever is the winner is going to be announced tonight. They're going to get a banner. They're going to have that ribbon. It's a digital ribbon. This is the second year of doing Comic Book Advocate Network, the Independent Creator Awards, and I'm just really glad that Geek Insider is part of it this year. Rob, announcer voice guy, I know that we've got a tight schedule because we're trying to keep this to an hour, folks, because there is stuff to do. We are creators. We are still creating. So first up is sequential layout. Now, I'm looking at the list over here. We had Tom Hutchinson up here for sequential layout, for Carlos Reno and Matt Galvin, Legend of Oz, The Wicked West, 1920. Then up in close second was Legacy of the View #2, page 12. Mike Seeley was in the running with an amazing job for Comic Book Panel 1 project via Rob Anderson's story in there. I mean, we've had so many in there. And let me see, do we have...
All right, Meredith, it is time to announce the winner. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to look at the top today at our main actual poll. Remember, you guys called it. You wanted it. So here it is. This is the award for sequential layout. You guys can see it right now, but we'll bring it up on the screen. There it is.
All right. Congratulations to Carlos Reno and Gat Melvin for The Legend of Oz, The Wicked West, number 1920.
And we have a guest, Meredith, who is going to accept the award on their behalf.
Well, let's bring them in here. Who do we have in our Q.
Hi, everybody.
Big Dog
Tom
Gang.
Hutchison. How are you?
Tom, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah,
And
sure.
about the
Tom
story.
Hutchison. I'm
And about the
the
story,
writer.
yes.
Yeah, of course, writer publisher of all things Big Dog Inc. This particular book is The Legend of Oz: The Wicked West. This is a series we've had running for a long, long time. Carlos Reno, who is the artist, has been with us for many, many years on art, on covers, on interiors. Gap Melvin, this is the first time that we combined them as far as a team up for colors. And while I have to write this page and kind of describe it to him to create it, this really was all him. The idea of looking through goggles and getting different angles and different views as these sort of steampunk goggles get used really came out great. And it's fantastic that the fans are really going to be able to start to recognize Carlos's work, because it's just gotten better and better over the years.
That's the only thing that we can hope for, is that as you're doing the work, you're seeing that progression of art and stuff. And the sequential art here really blew everybody away. It was just beautiful, beautiful.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I wish we could have got Carlos to come on, but when you're talking about out of country time zones, things get weird. But we'll definitely make sure that Carlos gets his digital ribbon and lets everybody know that he appreciates it.
Yeah. And you know what? That's the one thing about this year, is that it was fan picks. The fans came out, they nominated the people, and it was really up to the creator to go, yeah, I want to be part of that, and lay down some of the art. So thank you for being a part of this. And congratulations to the team of Legend of Oz: The Wicked West.
Thanks, everybody.
Very cool. Very cool. And Rob, so how get up here for a second, or Mr. Announcer Voice Guy, and let us know when they can expect that digital ribbon.
Well, they'll be getting it over the next 24 hours. And Tom, please do tell us where we can get those books. You didn't mention the website they can buy that now. We're going to put up the overlay one last time on our way out.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. This issue came out last year, of course. This is the 2020 awards. You can go to bigdoginc.com. They'll take you right to the web store. All of the Oz issues, past and present, are available there for you to get a hold of. And we'll be doing Kickstarters for the Oz 10-year anniversary all during 2021.
All
right.
Awesome.
Thanks for being on, Tom, to accept this award. We are going to move on to our next one right now. And next up is Pinups, No IP Violations. And Tom, I don't think you should go too far. So you might...
Hang tight.
I don't think you have far to go. So we're going to go back. Like I said, we're going to be going over every time we do an award, and we're going to be going to the group. By the way, if you didn't join the group this year and you're just watching this for the first time, please join the group so you can be part of the festivities next year. We want you to be part of it. And it's really simple. Go to the Independent Creator Awards. Now, it should be mentioned that going forward, we're also going to be considering ourselves the Independent Comic Awards as well, because it all matters. Right, guys? Comics and creators are equal. So with that in mind, we're going to bring up, here are some of the nominations. Back to you, Meredith. Meredith, I think you're muted.
Okay, here we go. For the nominations, we've got Russ Leach, Only Death Can Save Us, Tom Hutchison with David Fott, and I'm going to say Lenia DiNapoli.
Yes.
And then we've got... let's see, scroll, and that's For Your Soul. Rudy Ayo or Io. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry if I'm screwing up your name. For Thirst. And let's see, do we have more pinups? No,
Unsteadily, we did not. And
Really?
This
Wow.
is, I mean, they could have seen the winner and just said, "Nope, I can't beat that," because the winner, I've got to say, is pretty damn good, and I can't wait to do it. So, without further ado,
this was a close one.
No, this was a blowout. This was a blowout.
Was it?
Yeah, this one was. I mean, not a blowout.
You know what? It was close 13. Yesterday. Let me tell you, because when I was looking at those numbers, well, you guys came out and voted, and I think it is well deserved.
Absolutely.
So go ahead and put up that ribbon. Beautiful.
Look
David Fott, pinup. Penny for Your Soul. That is absolutely gorgeous. And I have to say that I've seen his art progressing. And one of the things that stuck out for me in 2020 was when he said, I feel like I've found my own style, you know, where as a creator and an artist, you know, when you feel like, okay, I'm taking from here and here and here and using that, just not to sample, that's the wrong word, but you know, just to help me out here.
Well, why don't we let Tom take it?
Find your own.
Well, I mean, to really come into your own is what I'm trying to say.
I mean, all artists kind of come from something. I mean, everyone has inspiration. Everybody grew up with a comic book artist that they loved. They imitated that. They emulated that. And then you grow into and then you grow into whatever it is that you're going to become, or at least that's the hope. David has always had kind of a very unique style. In a lot of cases, it's very over exaggerated, but that's comic books. I mean, comic books are kind of supposed to be that. With Dave and he and I have such a great relationship. He's done a handful of covers for us now. He's done this pinup for us. He's really great at taking direction. Dave, I kind of want to do it this way. We kind of need to, you know, do this and that. And he's like, yep, let's go. Let's dive in. He listens to his editor, which is awesome. And in the end, you end up with, you know, a piece of work that really, really, truly stands out. Of course, the colors by Elenia DiNapoli as well. And when you find a team that works well together like they do, you just kind of keep feeding them. And again, just like we said with Carlos on the line work, the page layouts, the more they do it, the better they're going to get.
Now, don't we have David in the room with us?
He should be floating around. I thought he was.
Where is our Mr. Announcer voice? Scott, there he is. David, welcome to the stage and congratulations.
Oh my God.
Penny for Your Soul is just amazing work.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it so much. It was such a fun piece to do. And I have to give, I'm sorry, I just done the line work. Lonnie, I have to give her complete props. The coloring on that is outstanding. When I first saw it, I was floored. I was like, oh my God, my artwork can look this good. Yeah, but it was, I want to give her most of the props on this one because I was the line work guy. I was the pencil pusher. But yeah, she done great. And Tom, of course, Tom gave me directions on which way to go. When he gave me the idea, he's like, we're going to do this thing now, the 25-year-old movie, Showgirls. And we're going to go this way, and we want this. And I'm like, God, I haven't seen that movie in years. And so I had to go back and literally watch YouTube videos of it. So, yeah, I appreciate the award, guys. I appreciate everybody voting. But I have to give this one to Tom and Yulani for the colors because they all stand out. It stands out.
It just speaks volumes about working together, collaborating, communicating with each other to get a vision finished and presented, and just stunning work. Well deserved. Congratulations again. Pinup art going to Penny for Your Soul.
All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break. Once again, we want to thank David and congratulate him for being on the show and doing amazing work. Tom, thank you for bringing such amazing people together. I have a feeling Tom's not going anywhere. He's probably tonight. Don't go far, Tom, but David, thanks for being on.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
After this quick video message. And here we... Well, hold on 1 second. Before we go, if you're leaving comments, because I do see people starting to comment, understand that we're not going to be reading the comments tonight, but thank you so much for being interactive today. I appreciate you. So
we'll all read them later.
Yeah, we'll read them later and we'll respond to you later in the chat. So here you go, guys. We'll be right back after this quick break. Hey everybody, during this process of the awards season, we put out a call for people to make 30-second ads. Guess what? No one made those ads. No one rised up to the challenge. We took the horse to the water. We said, horse, here's the water, now drink it. Make a 30-second ad. No one did it. That's okay. I didn't feel like drowning a horse. So we're going to play the ads I want to play tonight. Maybe next year, take the time, rise up to the challenge, and make a 30-second video to get shine on you. Tonight, we're going to look at things from Terraform, my own stuff, including this impromptu ad right now. The Comics Advocate, Mr. Anderson, is the unboxable advocating creator known as the Indie Comics Devil, who will tempt you with his devilish tales of fetish, monsters, and more. He's the giver of free hugs and spanks, and he has his own club that you can join called the Sinners Club. Find out more about him at chainlinks.site. And maybe next year, you guys will make an ad to be on this show to get the shine you deserve. All right, guys, here we go. We got the next one is already loaded.
Most compelling character design, isn't it?
It is.
Yes, yes, indeed. And who did we have in the running here? We had Mike Seeley with Eclipse, and he threw in here. We have Shade, we have Goldie. We're scrolling. Catnip. I recognize that name there, Tom. Yep. Chemash. How do you say that? Oh my goodness. Character designs by Rahel Mozin. And we've got Chuck Pinot, who also put in for Chris Mad here. Tornado Kid is another one. Let me see here. Worms Crawl In.
Dan Schmidt.
Love it. I love it. I love creepy stuff like that. Dr. Man, Disembodied Head by Edward Davis. And do we have any more?
Raheel Mohsin for an upcoming actual sequel to Cat Dad and Supermom. Martha Schwartz for The Yellow Brick Road. Specs Thomas, The View, The Legacy. Ross Leach from Only Death Can Save Us and the team behind it. Colin Griffin for Jumpsuit Johnson. And Dwayne the Showtime Robinson for Van from Salvation. And without further ado, it's time to announce the winner. You ready, Meredith?
I am ready.
It
might be a big surprise here. I don't know.
Nita, you get to read this one. So here, you're up, Nita.
It's Catnip. Designed by Tom Hutchinson and Lorenzo Lindsay. And art is Hedwin Zalvadier.
Yes.
Awesome. Oh my gosh.
All right, Tom, take a bow again. You're up.
Now we were looking at this, but I'm gonna and I recognize those ears.
Oh yeah.
We've seen those ears somewhere.
Yeah, they're around sometimes. You know.
Congratulations, Catnip.
Yeah, Catnip was a surprise character for us last year. She kind of came out of the blue. But when I realized that it was going to happen, I got a hold of Lorenzo, who's done some work for us in the past and covered some design stuff. He's worked in comics and TV and movies for many, many years. And similar with David, like he honed in on what it is that I wanted from the character and then added, of course, his own spin from his imagination of, okay, Tom says he wants this. Let's try these few different ways until it's right. And that's really the key to character design, is making sure that when you're done with it, that it's right, that it's where it needs to be. And Lorenzo did a fantastic job on the design. And then, of course, the image that you guys saw was done by Hedwin Zaldivar. That was actually a cover that we did for Catnip's first appearance. So you guys will be able to get a hold of that book very soon as well. That is Hedwin. That is lines and color done by Hedwin. So he really brought the design to life.
Absolutely stunning. Everything about that is just the colors pop. She pops. She's hot. She's hot. She's hot.
Well, I mean, even the cosplayers came out in force last year when we did a cosplay contest for Catnip and some other characters. So it was really, really fun to watch people just immediately fall into love with this character that really didn't even exist at the time, but they saw the design and they saw the art and they went all in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, congratulations again. I mean, really, Big Dog Inc. has been killing it, and I don't see you guys slowing down anytime soon.
Well, we appreciate everybody's support. We appreciate you guys doing these fan awards. We were nominated in a couple other categories, but we can't win them all. So watch for. I mean, you guys had like 100 categories. It's crazy. So I love how you guys went into all the little nooks and crannies of comic book creating to find these awards, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think everybody gets a little piece of the pie.
And thank you for being on, Tom. We appreciate you.
Absolutely.
And we look forward to what's next. But right now we have some sad news to report as we're going to take a break right after this. Landscape was canceled for anyone who had joined that. Only 2 people joined it. We're not going to give an award for a very low turnout. Next year, we'll try again in 21. And with that, we're going to take another break. And again, it's Announcer Voice's choice because all of you didn't make a video. So what am I going to play? I'm going to play my creative brothers video. Tom, thanks for being on. We'll see you later. And we're out of here to play hybrids.
A group of heroes supercharged with Nephilim DNA are the only thing standing in the way of an evil corporation at the center of a human trafficking ring and elite drug empire. The danger ramps up when a deadly trap is set for our protagonist. It's an epic clash of good versus evil when they meet on the killing field. Be sure to check out the action and get part 1 of the killing field during this 28-day event exclusively on Indiegogo.
All right, we're going to bring up Edward, and we're not going to say why. We're just going to look at the architecture one. And Nita, why don't you tell us a little bit about the architecture one? Read off the names.
All right.
Yeah,
give me a second. The screen is pop. There it goes. It was taking a second to pop up. There we go.
All right. Caesar Alvaria on Bringing the City to Life in Immortal Era 3.
Can you read that better?
Timothy Green, The Ardent Nation. That's what Eva Comic 1. I can't see the screen.
Ava Comic number 1.
Yeah, Ava 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There we go. And we had one more entry.
One more entry, and it was just barely because we needed 3, you guys. Martha Schwartz brought this amazing architecture of the Yellow Brick Road that you thought you knew, and this was in the 140-page plus or original graphic novel.
Can anyone guess who won?
Gee!
I have no idea, Rob.
No spoilers, right?
Could it be Edward Davis?
That's right. Edward, why don't you tell us about this amazing project? Look at that architect. Oh my, I couldn't even shrink it. I wanted to make it giant to take over the entire award plaque that you're going to get because it looks so amazing. Talk to us about this creation, Edward.
This was actually for the 3rd issue of the series, and it was the first time we went into the city. So I gave a lot of description, but Caesar really kind of took it in on his own and said, I want it to be bigger and more exciting, because I was more focusing on the crowds that they'd be walking through, and he just wanted to make kind of this neon crazy city. So when he showed me that art, I was just blown away. And then Viviana took it and colored it, and it was just bigger than I could have ever imagined and more amazing. So Caesar really just took it up to the next level, because the only time we had ever seen this particular city was a farther view. So we have this exterior view of it, but this is the first time we see our characters directly in there. And I was just amazed by what Caesar was able to do. So he continues to blow me away. He actually just sent me some new pages for our 5th issue today, and Viviana's sending color. So it's something that we've been working together now. This is the same art team that's worked on all of the issues, and I think we have a real good chemistry. So we understand each other, and he's free to take risks on his own. So yeah, I'm as impressed as anybody by the amazing work he continues to do.
And Edward, I did want to ask you, because we did have the landscape category. Unfortunately, that had to be canceled. And architecture, the background of the art is just as compelling and important, I believe, as the characters and the storyline. Can you speak a little bit about that, as far as when you're giving direction and things? I mean, you said that it was kind of a surprise what he gave to you. But how important is that to bring a person into the story for you?
I think it's really important, especially because the story that I'm telling is kind of divided into these two different settings. One of them is kind of dark, dank, and underground, and the other one is this big, glitzy city. So when they're in these different environments, those are characters of their own, and they propel the story just as much as the characters do.
Mm-hmm. I think that is really important too. Rob, go ahead. I thought I heard you pop in.
I was just going to say we're going to head off to line art, but before we do, Ed, tell them where they can get this fantastic award-winning art.
The book is available right now. If you go to finishlinecomics.com, there's a store that you can buy all 3 issues, and then launching early next month, there will be a Kickstarter for issue 4 coming out. So right now, if you want the first 3, head on over to finishlinecomics.com and keep an eye out on Kickstarter for issue 4.
Okay, excellent.
Thanks for being on, Edward. We're going to move on to our next award, but we appreciate everyone showing up today and showing love. Now,
I did want to say, Rob, for the next 3 Sundays, those votes are still open.
At the end. Yeah,
all right.
We'll talk about all that towards the end of the show. For now, we just want to get to the line art. Line art was an interesting one. I know Meredith is talking about joining it in 21.
Indeed.
So
I don't know what I was thinking, but it's something that I definitely want to venture into. So line art, if we are going to do our share screen here, just to see who is in the running.
Hold on 1 second. It's Facebook's giving me trouble loading because it's Facebook. What are you going to get? What do you expect for free? As the people say. All right, here we go. Line art.
Line art. Okay, let me just.
Hold on 1 second. I just want to make sure we're at line art. Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
no cheating.
No peeking. Okay, we've got Mike Seeley in here with the Catalyst. I don't know. Nina, can you see any of these, or do you want me to keep?
I can see Dan Schmidt, but
you just have to read the names.
Okay, Dan Schmidt.
This is about the artist, not necessarily the work.
Barb Kalberg.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another Barb, and that's another Barb, and that's another Barb. Barb really put out some amazing work.
She's incredible.
Well, pencils by Alex Sarabia. Is that how you say this? By Alex Sarabia. Mm-hmm. And inks by Barb. So yep. So she was busy. She was paying attention. You guys pay attention for 21 when we have those awards next year. Let's see. Barb Kalberg is still in here. I scroll down. I see another one by Dwayne Showtime Robinson. Salvation issue #1. Jonathan Hall says that we should probably look at Stan Yak's pencils before voting. And did we get a sample of his art? Yes, there it is. And so Stan Yak is a beast, isn't he? Let's see. Armando Ramirez has put in a submission here. What was that? Acceptable losses. I missed that, Rob. You scrolled up a little bit too much. Yes. So for acceptable losses, Danny Flores, pencils and inks on that. And was there anybody else in that list?
Nope. And we are ready to announce the winner.
Okay.
And we'll do the scroll up so everyone sees it's official. Now, as of recording this, obviously everything's done. Check out who won. Great effort. Great amount of voting on this one. I went back and forth for a little bit. But in the end, Stan Yank made it. And we don't have anyone here for this because this was a tight race as well. And we wanted to announce it live. Meredith, this was one of those that we were watching over the weekend, weren't we?
Yes, we were. So congratulations to Stan Yak.
Yeah, and there it goes, Bob Sally, and great line work. I don't think anyone lost this category, to be honest with you. I think there were just so many amazing people. Wouldn't you agree, Nita?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
You know, every so often in this contest of awards, we see where we don't really think anyone's actually lost. We just see winners, and everyone. And you know what? For the awards this year, I think everyone's winner right now. We're going to take another quick bump to prepare for the next award, but we want you to stay tuned, and we're going to play the Geek Insider bump. Where would I get a Geek Insider one the clearest? Probably from there it is. I think we have it from the CNW, because I don't think we have a straight Geek Insider one here, Meredith. We have to fix that for the next show. But for now,
absolutely will.
This is just a preview of the show, one of the shows we run on the combined effort of Comic Book Advocates and Geek Insider. Welcome to the Comics News Wire, where we get our news from the comics newsroom found at comicbookadvocates.com. This show is anchored by Mr. Anderson, who is the unboxable, advocating creator known as the Indie Comics Devil, who will tempt you with his devilish tales of fetish, monsters, and more. Join him and his co-anchors as they give you the comics news coming off the wire. This show is brought to you in association with
At Geek Insider, we foster relationships with those in the geek sphere so we can give our audience the insider view of entertainment, tech, and more.
comicbookadvocates.com is the global digital Comic-Con, but it's more than that, and you can be more too. Be more than just a fan. Become an advocate for comics like comicbookadvocates.com is for their creators, for their crowdfunding, for the very books they're creating, because we love comics. Warning and disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed on this live feed are those of the guests, speakers, and or hosts, and do not necessarily reflect the beliefs, official policies, ethics, or positions of the content providers, advertisers, additional hosts, and or guests, hosting sites, groups, or entities attached to this programming. Viewer discretion is advised. All right, guys, here we are. The next award, it is the best colorist. Take it away, Meredith.
Okay, for the best colorist, we have here, can you scroll up just a tiny bit, Rob?
Well, I actually haven't blown up for you guys, but this was just a mortal error. It was part of the thing. We already talked about that, so I have the rest. I have everything blown up for you. Go ahead, Meredith.
All right, so this is Viviana Spinelli for her work in Immortal Era. And we've also got Jay Cruz for his work in Salvation issue number 1. Nita, you want to take the next one? Can you read that? No? Okay. So this is for Broken Gargoyles and Witch Hunt, Robert Nugent.
And we are going to announce the winner live. This pretty exciting colorist is a big deal, and Robert Nugent from Broken Gargoyles.
All right, so that's 2 in a row, and Monstrous Witch Hunt. Congratulations, Robert Nugent. You are a fan favorite here for the Independent Creator Awards for 2020.
Yep, and let's show that. He apologizes he couldn't be here, but obviously his work can speak for itself. So we're going to show you this plaque that we're going to happily give to him in the next 24 hours. He'll be rewarded this amazing. It's not amazing because of what we did. It's amazing because of his art, his coloring. Look at how amazing that coloring comes across. And we have some people who said some nice things about him. Can you guys see those comments? We can read for him.
I can. Let's see. Robert Nugent, there's a certain depth to yours that makes both want to be here in those scenes and have the characters fly off the page. And then without a doubt, his colors make you feel the image. Bob Sally says, Robert Nugent is my boy. Stunning work here. I'm going to pass the mic to Nita for more reaction and stuff.
Without a doubt, his colors make you feel the image. And Robert Nugent is my boy.
You know what? The lights.
That's incredible.
And the way that it reflects onto the scene and everything like that, it really does make you feel like you're there. Very well done.
That is the first time I've ever seen lighting looking like it's popping off the page. Like usually you've got it coming from the left, coming from the right, top or bottom, but to feel like it's actually reflecting out, that's pretty freaking awesome to catch that.
Mm-hmm. Pretty amazing work.
Right.
This was a compelling one we're about to go into right now.
Ooh, splash page was too close to call.
Well, it has been called now, but we were too close for a long bit. Like we couldn't. This is one of those times where the splash page was like, "Ooh, who's gonna win? Who's gonna win?" And we're gonna find out together live. This is actually one of the ones we're gonna go to live. I have 2 different placards made.
Okay.
Believe it or not, just in case. So we're not even going to mess around. We're going to get right to it. We're just going to jump in and see who won because this was a close call. Here we go, and we'll give you all the different people who ran after we make the official announcement. Because I said I'd let this one run to the very last minute. Here it is, splash page. Oh my!
Yeah, who was in the running?
By 2 votes, David
Ooh-wee.
Summy.
David Summy.
Got's the post office writer, and we're gonna give some love to everyone else who ran real quick because this was definitely something that I thought was pretty cool. So we're gonna show some love to everyone in the contest. David, we'll use your winning plaque. I'm gonna upload it into our StreamYard right now. But this came down to the wire, guys. How amazing is that? And speaking of amazing, this is Martha Schwartz, part of the Comic Book School. Graphic novel that we did in 2020 to show the creation did not die. Martha did an amazing job with my particular story here.
Well,
about
Rob, hold on a second. Can you share that screen so people can see the art?
Yeah.
It's not sharing. Hold on one second. Sorry about
Here
that.
it is.
All right. Yeah. StreamYard, right? Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, here it is. This is Martha Schwartz. You can get now it's a 144-page graphic novel, free download from comicbookschool.com. Go there now, comicbookschool.com. And I'm sorry, not comicbookschool.com. This was for the Oz book. Too many projects in 2020. This was from the Oz book, which you can get now by going to the Kickstarter link, is what I was trying to say. But you can go to Comic Book School too, by the way, and download the free 144-page free graphic novel that I also had my creative journey on. It's just, 2020 was a long year for us. But Martha, you did an amazing job.
Mm-hmm. Cthulhu Invades Oz.
All right. And then we
had some more. Wow, look at this from Dan Schmidt, splash page 123, Expelling the Demon. Look at that. Are those eyes? That's pretty awesome. Right up my alley.
Right.
What else do we have here, Rob? From Edward Davis, Rob Rockford watches the world burn around him while grieving the loss of his mother in Immortal Era 2, art by Cesar Oliveira. That's what we love. Put those descriptions in there so we know what it is that we're looking at. This is Marv V has put up Russ Leach, Only Death Can Save Us, for the splash page. And I think we've got a couple more, don't we?
Yes, we do. As a matter of fact, it was a Boston Memphis Society. This is Madeline Holly Rosing, amazing creator. Love her work.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that was Ghosts and Demons, page number 25.
This looks like one of my books almost.
Specs Thomas, Legacy of the View, number 2, splash page 7 through 8. Whoa, that's dark.
It is dark.
And finally.
And this was from Armando Ramirez for Danny Flores, splash page of Acceptable Losses.
And your winner for today.
Who is the winner? It was too close to call here. We have art by David Summy and color by Andrew Pate. Post officer riding towards mysterious mystery, not knowing the dangers that await. Return to sender number 1. And when we contact David, he's not in here, is he?
No, David has not made it. So,
Well, we will make sure that in our show notes and the highlights that we will have the links so that you can find out where to find this page. Congratulations, David Summy, for the splash page.
Yeah, that's
really good. I mean,
that is gorgeous. Yes.
I'm told that the horse is one of the hardest things that you can draw and draw well. So congratulations on that. Okay, what is the next category that we have Announcer voice guy.
Before we go there, we're going to take one of our last breaks in between. So the next one is the cover of the year. So it's pretty exciting. We're hoping to get the creator behind it live on the show. So yeah, we're almost at an hour, believe it or not. It goes by quick. It goes by quick. And we thank everyone who tuned in today, everyone who voted. You're all amazing. You really did make this award show and even the season very interesting. Considering the year we just went through, thank you so much for participating, all of you, seriously. One of the last ads you'll see in this show today is we saved one of the best for last. This is The Continuum. Changing the landscape of comics one story at a time, enter The Continuum. A library for independent creation is born. This isn't an anthology. Each issue of The Continuum is a variety pack of tales from all over the world. This is a mission to create an ongoing series that introduces you to creators and their works from across the globe. This is advocating in comic book form, created to entertain fans and showcase the power of creation. Don't you dare call this an anthology. This is The Continuum. Featured in this 40-page first issue of The Continuum is Reapers. The Eclipse. Only death can save us. Wolf. Dawn and the Dead. Thank you for watching this video for The Continuum. Please share this on your favorite social medias and pick the reward package that works best for you.
All
right. And we're gonna show you. Okay, so we're gonna be a little teasing on this one. We're gonna show you all the covers first, and then we'll announce the winner. Yeah, that's how we're gonna do this one. So be prepared to be teased as we get into this. Before we do that, really quickly, I want Meredith to take some time to promote herself and tell the world who she is and how they can find her. Need it too.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, I've got my fingers in a lot of different pies right now. So as I mentioned earlier, when we were introducing ourselves, I am part of Geek Insider as the executive producer of the Geek Insider podcast, as well as an associate editor for the website. But I am also a founding member of Terraform Comics, and we have a Kickstarter happening right now. It is doing great. I want to see it fund by the end of the night. That's my goal. So head over there and take a look for The Continuum or Terraform Comics, and we should pop right up. We're doing great, and I want to thank you, everybody, for $1. I'm going to let Nita talk about the dollar thing and what you can get with that. But you can find me on linktree.com/MEREJ99. It has my links to the Kickstarter. It has links to everything that I'm doing as far as Terraform Comics, Geek Insider, and just some of my own stuff. Nita.
All right. So for just $1, if you head over to Kickstarter and go check out Enter the Continuum, you will be able to get your choice of a PDF of one of the comics within the Continuum. And I think that's just freaking awesome.
And you get a choice of one of 5. So Reapers, because, you know, I wrote that. So I'm a little bit biased.
Just pushing the whole thing here, Meredith.
Okay, fine. We've also got Wolf. We've got Eclipse. Only Death Can Save Us. Dawn and the Dead. And of course, Reapers.
And my name is Nita Lanning, and you can find me as Nita Lanning on Facebook and the rest of social media as Creating Chaos 24/7.
I love that username.
All right.
Thank you.
Very quickly, we're going to go through all the different art. This is overloading my system right now because there's so many covers. So here we go.
Wow.
So I have to start getting rid of them.
We see all of those tabs. Wow.
So we're just going to quickly run through everything, showing you guys what ran this year. You guys can go to the thread itself and see all of it. There's something from my catalog. Because if we sat here and talked about every one of these, it would literally take us a half an hour. That's how many of these showed up. Cthulhu Invades Oz I was part of.
Cover of the year, guys. This is huge.
Legacy of the View. This is the big one for tonight's show. And there's Legacy of the View again. Only Death Can Save Us. We all know that one. Shazarad. And we're just showing you.
Right?
There you go. Belial. The Chris Mad. Love you, brother. I love you, Chuck. Great cover. Plainer Jane. There we go. Some Batharoo.
Bathory. Oh, like Elizabeth Bathory?
Yes.
So,
Sweet.
Immortal Era,
Immortal Era.
Divinity,
Infinity.
The Oswald Chronicles. That is a great cover too,
Oh,
JD.
and it, like, we're still going. This is how much competition. This got the most votes out of any category tonight. This was heart. Oh, Kevin Joseph, you do such great work. Salvation.
The Bite of Brenna Barlow, huh? Broken Gargoyles. Damned Cursed Children. Story of my life.
Acceptable Losses.
Night Fairy Strippers, Assassins.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's one that we didn't mention. And I believe someone's here to actually talk to us about that.
Ooh. We want more.
Bam. That's right. Don't forget it.
Welcome to the show. Rob, do you have an overlay for that? Well, you know what? First, introduce yourself and let us know about what you do and this cover.
I'm Monty Moore. I do a little bit of everything as a professional illustrator. Today, I'm actually sitting here live in my booth at the Arizona Fine Art Expo here in Scottsdale. And so at this show, I'm actually showing my Western and wildlife art. But a lot of the fans know me from being a comic book and cover artist for almost 30 years in the industry. And Loco Hero, which is what won the award this year, I was the writer and creator of, and I happened to do the cover that Joshua Main nominated for. And so this is my drawing with just a little bit of digital coloring. And then the background is made up of some of the interior pages that were done by my art team. And this particular cover, which was called Honor Bound, is one where I decided to donate all of the proceeds of this cover to Operation Second Chance, which is helps our veterans who are returning to their civilian life after their personal struggles, emotionally, physically, and mentally, as they return from service. And so all of the proceeds from this cover went to Walter Reed, and we raised over $3,000 to send to them, and that was the #1 reward on the Kickstarter.
Wow. Now, is that cover available still, or was that exclusive to the event?
No, because I want it to be an ongoing thing where it can continue to generate revenue for that particular one. I didn't limit it. And so that's one that I am happy to sell and sign for people. And we can continue to reprint. And then issue 2 is being worked on right now. And I have 2 other titles. I have both a sci-fi title and a vampire Western, which will be my next Kickstarter, which is called Blood and Bullets.
Awesome. And where can they find this, Michael?
So if people
Monty Moore, MMM.
Yep. If people want to just follow me on Facebook, and then each of the titles also has their own Facebook page. So you can look up Loco Hero, you can look up Blood and Bullets, and then you can always find me at Maverick Arts, or Mav Arts for short, at my pop culture website. And then the Art of Monty Moore is where all of the Western and wildlife is.
All right. I know you said you had to go. He quickly said he could pop in. He's live out there in the wilderness.
We appreciate you. Thank you for being here.
Your timing worked out fine, because I'm about to take a piece off the wall and go show it to a customer. So thank you guys for having me on and for being
Congratulations.
an advocate for indie creators.
They're worth advocating for. Thank you. You're one of the ones worth advocating for, and we appreciate you being here. Stay safe out there.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Talk to you soon. All right.
Monty Michael Moore, cover of the year. Wow.
So that's it, guys. We do have some extra time. We're going to play the last video of the show, and then we'll do our after show. That was because we didn't get to have 2 guests on to accept their awards. So we have a little extra time, which we'll talk about. So we're going to run our close the rest of this. We'll even try to do some comments now that we'll have the extra amount of time. But before that, here's some exciting news about 21. It's me, the announcer voice, and I want to thank you for joining us again tonight and talk about what's happening next year. We will return on February 12th through the 13th, 1 week after the Super Bowl in 22. As we go prime time for a 2-night event, 8 p.m. each night, we're going to bring you the awards. We're going to keep the 4 categories, but help us build a better experience in the summer as we fine-tune what the awards will look like for the year 21. And nominations and voting begins on Thanksgiving, or after, we should say. So join us after you get turkey drunk on Thanksgiving Day. Is the first awards will be up, and you can nominate the people you think deserve it from 21's calendar year. Good luck to everyone this year. Go out there and create. Show them that nothing stops creation, and next year you will be awarded for that. All right, guys, and joining us, Edward is joining. I think he's going to join us for the after show.
Yeah, I'm
There
here.
he is.
I think there you go. Welcome to the after show. So, what'd you guys think? First night's in the bag. We had a little StreamYard snafu, little Facebook stuff, but otherwise, I think it ran pretty good. Some great art tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's amazing stuff.
Mm-hmm. So
And
we are officially in the after show right now?
Yep, this is it. We're at the after
All right.
show. We'll play one more video to say goodnight to everyone, but they know about 21 now. They know what's happening. Of course, like Meredith was saying, next week, Indie Vault takes over on Sunday night. Same thing, 6 to 7. We're going to have a show going on. We're going to be talking about crowdfunding for the entire evening. After that will be Chuck the following Sunday, where he'll go into our words category, of course, for writers and stuff. And then I'll be back on the last night. All the hosts will be invited back for those who can make it. It's going to be a 2-hour show with the half-an-hour wrap-up show on that one, where we say goodbye to this award year ceremony, and we have something touching with the in memoriam coming as well. Meredith's been working on that, so it's gonna be a long, fun, and meaningful night that last night. But we have a long way to go. This is just one of the many nights that we have planned ahead. So, how does it feel to win this award, Edward?
It was pretty exciting. I mean, I heard about the awards when I did the Sunday brunch with you, and put it in there and thought, okay, well, people haven't really heard of my book, so it doesn't stand a chance. And to have it win was really amazing. So I'm sure Caesar will be excited, but he's in a different time zone in Brazil. So I sent him a message. I'm like, you won, you're going to get your award, but he hasn't replied back. So I'm assuming he's sleeping right now.
Mm-hmm.
Jack Napier said Tom can't win them all. He didn't. But you fans, hey, blame and thank the fans. And remember, this is just one night. There are so many more awards coming.
We've got 3 more nights of awards, and that's what I was going to say. Make sure that you head over to the Independent Creator Award group. You have to be a member of the group in order to vote and nominate. I think we're still taking nominations. It's a little bit late, but there's still a chance to get your votes in.
Hey, look at today. We went to we were cutting things artistically for these winning plaques until the last minute today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so there is still a chance to get over there and vote and spread the word. I mean, you as fans are advocators. When you hit the share button, when you hit the like button, you are letting your audience know that there is something of interest, and take a peek. It really helps all of the creators in the industry. Become an advocator for your favorites.
Absolutely. And, this also gave hopefully a bunch of shine to a bunch of creators out there. I can't believe you feel that way about yourself, Edward, because I remember seeing your stuff and was blown away instantly when I saw it. I was like, who's this? Wow.
Yeah, I've been bad at promoting. That's my worst thing, is I'm not good at being on a camera. So I hid away from it for the first couple issues, and I thought, you know what, the world shut down. I need to get myself out and start better self-promoting, because it's always been my one area where I always assume, okay, I can do better. It's not the best, but I just hide away. And now, before I thought, okay, well, they'll see me at cons, so I'll still be out there. But now with cons shut down, it's like, all right, new plan, try to get out there in a different way. And generally it's been well received. So I'm realizing, okay, you know what, we have something good here. And I mean, I'm always amazed at my art team. I just got the colorist just sent the fully colored version for issue 4, and it's just like, oh my gosh, I'm calling my wife down. I'm like, you have to see this. So they keep blowing me away. So I hope we have something that will be enjoyable. And it's a story I've wanted to tell forever, so I'm glad I'm getting that opportunity. You know, so that you can't wait for someone else to do it for you. Just with with the world we have now, it's perfect for indie creators. If you have a story to tell, you can get out there and tell it.
Absolutely. And I do want to.
People have pivoted, is just so important. That I mean, the people who are hungry, who says, "I'm going to do this despite the shutdown, despite the fact that cons are closed." You know, it really speaks volumes to the work ethic and the drive to get our creativity out there and into the world. Go ahead, Rob. With the.
I want to give a shout out to Comic Book School, who brought together a bunch of creators who did an amazing thing and put together this anthology. Such a great thing. They have a second challenge now. If you're a new creator, especially, this is your moment to be part of something bigger. We already proved it once working together with Buddy Scalera. Here's the cover to the book. It's a free download. It has been nominated. It will be part of this if you didn't see it already. Martha and me had worked on both. She's actually in that one as well. That's where I got tripped up on my words, because Martha's part of this with me. So we definitely want to give some shout out to this. Join it today. Become part of the second challenge. The second challenge will be Time In is the theme. What does that mean? You got to join the forums here. You got to be part of it. You got to download that first anthology and check it out. We are out of time. We're going to say our goodbyes now. Thank you all for showing up. But I have a great way for us to end the show. And that's with Meredith's amazing work on the Reapers project that she has. Do you want to give a quick shout out to your elevator pitch? It's on Kickstarter right now. They can find it by going to terraformcomics.com. Meredith, take us away. Tell us about your project.
Oh, I thought you were going to play the video because the pitch is right in there. But head over to Kickstarter right now. Nita can do it.
There we go.
When spirits can be harvested and sold for energy, the Ragtops must navigate psychic vampires, alien reverends, and other money-hungry groups to reap that sweet, sweet spiritual gold.
All right. And we're going to see that video in a minute. But first, where can they find you, Nita?
You can find me as Nita Lanning on Facebook and everywhere else as Creating Chaos 24/7 and with Meredith daily on our vlog, Ragin'.
Yes, that was the one thing that we didn't mention, but you can find that link on my Linktree, linktree.com/MEREJ99. I swear I don't have stock in it. Rob says he does now because I've been promoting it. I don't have anything to do with, but it does have all my centralized links where you can find me and everything that I'm working on.
Tell them where they can find your book and you, Edward.
On all social media, it's under Finish Line Comics, so Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And then on the website, thefinishlinecomics.com, that's where it has a link to the web store where you can purchase the first 3 issues of the comic book.
And just because you didn't send an ad, here's another 30-second bump from me about something about me. Ha! You thought I was done. My name is Mr. Anderson. I'm known as the Comics Advocate and Uncanny Devil. But more importantly, before all that began, I was just a creator trying to find my way. And thanks to Comic Book School, I did find my way. Check out my creative journey, see the roadblocks that I had, how Comic Book School inspired me, and all the great art brought to life by all these amazing creators who joined me on this creative journey. This is my answer to the 8-page challenge, and I hope it inspires your creative journey, and I hope it inspires you to take the next 8-page challenge. My name is Mr. Anderson, and I am the unboxable, advocating creator known as the Indie Comics Devil, who will tempt you with my devilish tales of fetish, monsters, and more. I am the giver of free hugs and spanks. I am the owner of the Sinners Club, and I am here to advocate for you. Send us an email if you want us to cover your stuff at comicsnewswire@yahoo.com. Thank you for taking part of this. And as promised, check out Reapers.
When spirits can be harvested and sold for energy, the Ragtops must navigate psychic vampires, alien reverends, and other money-hungry groups to reap that sweet, sweet spiritual gold.